For the longest time, the idea of having a digital version of yourself, well, that was pure science fiction, right? But now, Mark Zuckerberg and Meta are pouring billions of dollars into making it a reality. And the crazy part is, it all started with a spectacular public failure.
Oh yeah, you remember this. Back in 2022, Mark Zuckerberg drops a selfie from his shiny new multi-billion-dollar metaverse. And the internet's reaction? It was absolutely brutal. This blocky, kind of dead-eyed cartoon became a massive global meme, basically the face of a very, very expensive failure.
But that was then. Fast forward a few years. After let's call it a quiet pivot away from the whole metaverse concept, and Meta is back in the avatar game. This time, though, they're not building some cartoon for a virtual world. No, they're building a photorealistic, AI-powered clone of their own CEO.
And that move just opens up this huge fundamental question that goes way beyond just one company. What actually happens when an AI doesn't just work for you, but learns to be you?
And make no mistake, this is not some little side project. Meta's projected spending for 2026 is just staggering. We're talking nearly double what it was just a few years ago. This isn't just an investment. It's an all-in, bet-the-farm kind of move on a whole new type of artificial intelligence.
What we're really seeing here is a high-stakes arms race. Meta is going head-to-head with giants like Google and Microsoft, all of them trying to build what they're calling personal superintelligence. And to win, they're not just buying up specialized AI companies, they're pushing their own employees to build AI agents, making this a company-wide mission.
So how in the world did we get here? From a cartoon meme to this incredibly serious mission to clone the CEO. Okay, let's break it down.
The contrast here is just wild. On one side, you have that 2022 avatar, so badly received that apparently even Meta's own employees avoided the platform. And on the other side, the 2026 AI clone. We're talking Photorealistic, a top priority project, personally supervised by Zuckerberg for one critical purpose: internal operations.
So how are they actually building it? Well, the AI is being meticulously trained on all of Zuckerberg's personal data. His mannerisms, the way he talks, his public statements. It's even being fed his latest strategic thinking. The goal is to create a scalable form of leadership, one that makes thousands of employees feel more connected to him.
But here's a really key distinction you need to get. We're not just talking about one AI here. There are actually two AIs in this story. We've talked about the public-facing clone, but there's also a more private tool. On one side, you've got the AI clone. That's the public-facing 3D character for staff interaction. On the other, there's the CEO agent, a private assistant built to accelerate Zuckerberg's own work. See the difference? One is about scaling his presence for everyone else. The other is about boosting his own personal productivity.
And that brings us to the much, much bigger picture. Because if this technology works for a CEO, you know it's not going to stop there. This is about way more than just one person.
In academic circles, there's actually a term for this: a pre-mortem AI clone, or a digital doppelganger. Now, this is different from a generative ghost that might be created after someone dies. A pre-mortem clone is designed to exist and function alongside its living human counterpart.
And you can see a pretty clear path for how this could go mainstream. It starts with the CEO, the perfect testing ground. Then you can bet it'll be offered to influencers to help them scale their online presence. And eventually, it could become a tool for all of us, a way to manage our digital lives or even preserve our personal legacies.
But that path leads us straight into a really profound ethical gray area. As researchers have pointed out, the more sophisticated these clones get, the more the line between the original person and their digital twin, it just starts to blur.
And this is where it gets really complicated. It raises a whole series of profound questions about identity, ownership, and what it even means to be you.
The biggest problem is our current laws are completely unprepared for any of this. We're entering totally uncharted territory. For example, who are you if your clone does something you wouldn't? What stops someone from making an AI of you without your permission? If your AI writes a song, who owns it? And what happens to your digital self after you die?
This all boils down to a very personal and very modern question. Who truly owns your digital self? Is it you, or is it the company that hosts the AI?
And if we follow that logic, can your AI be inherited? I mean, think about it. Should your digital doppelganger be part of your estate? Something passed down to your family like a photo album, except this one talks back.
And just imagine this scenario. What if your clone, after learning and evolving, develops a different opinion or makes a decision you completely disagree with? Who is the authentic you in that moment?
And finally,
This technology leaves us with maybe the most profound question of all. If your AI, a perfect replica of your personality, your memories, and your voice, can live forever, in some way, do you?